Hey everyone, Shabby Gamer here, and welcome back to another random match here on WWE 2K16. Now we have set for you Chad Gable and Jason Jordan versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd with Natalya at ringside. And here we are with the entrances. Now, I was going to say this is the first time I've used Jason Jordan and Chad Gable. It's not. I have already tried to do this match once before. It got 10 minutes into the match and the game crashed. I'm not quite sure why. Hopefully we'll be able to get through this cleanly now. But up until then, it was looking like a very, very good match. A tag team here that are quite fresh into NXT and are quite hot at the moment as well. There's not a lot of tag teams in NXT at the moment, with the likes of the Ascension and the Lucha Dragons moving on, bringing in more teams like Chad Gable and Jason Jordan here, and as well as Dash Wilder and the other guy. Is it Ty Dillinger and Dash Wilder? I can't remember. No, it's not Ty Dillinger, is it? I'm sure we'll find out at some point who the other two team. I'm sure it's Dash Wilder and somebody else. It could be Ty Dillinger. I might be wrong. As here comes Cesaro and Kidd. And we're going to have the manager again, Natalya, this time. It's been quite good, actually. I've noticed with a heel manager, they tend to be a bit more involved in the match and things like with a face manager, you see them on the outside and they don't really get that involved. So it'd be interesting to see if Natalya gets involved in this one at all. I think the game does actually have Cesaro and Kidd set as a heel tag team, I think, to start things off with. I don't think we'll do that. I think when we start our universe... I don't know, actually, no. There's not many heel tag teams in the universe mode at the moment. We'll have to see. I might have these two as a face tag team. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do with them yet. It's all going to depend on what the other tag teams are like in NXT and, of course, in the current day roster as well. I like the fact they cut out to the crowd like this, and instead of doing loading screens and everything like that, they have little tiny snippets of just like the crowd, and it just makes it a lot more aesthetically pleasing to watch. Now, Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, as I said, are going to be strong parts of our tag team division in NXT, and they're also going to be probably involved in our NXT mid-card championship, which we'll be bringing in our universe mode. Tyson Kidd and Cesaro, they're both going to be very, very heavily used in universe mode. Of course, they're both going to be a tag team in NXT and in the current day roster. Tyson Kidd will also be heavily involved in the new Cruiserweight Championship, which we're going to do on the current day roster as well. And of course Cesaro will be involved in the NXT title, as will Tyson Kidd in the NXT title as well, actually. Cesaro will also be involved in things like the Intercontinental and the United States Championship, as well as, if he plays his cards right, the World Championship as well. Now, I have mentioned a few of my videos before, I am going to do 2 main event championships in the current day roster. I'm going to go back to when the championships were split. We're going to have a WWE belt and a World Heavyweight Championship belt. The reason I've done this is because it just helps us get more people involved, more of the top card people involved. I noticed in 2K15 you'd set up your free feuds, you'd set up your championship, and then everybody who wasn't involved in those feuds or the championship would sit on the sidelines until the next month and wait for their turn. So by having 2 main event championships, it'll help us use more guys such as Ziggler, Bad News Barrett, Rusev and Owens and things like that in more championship pictures. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be a good way to go forward. It's going to help us just spread the load a bit more, as in to speak. As you see Tyson Kidd there locking in a submission hold on Chad Gable. Breaks the hold. I'm just thinking now who's going to actually be involved in our competition for the NXT title. No, actually, my phone's just buzzed. I think Jay's just sent me through some brackets that he'd like to see. I'll have to have a look at those, see if that's going to work. Oh, they look quite good. Those look like a quite good set of brackets. The only thing is, like I said, we're going to have an NXT mid-card championship as well. I've had a look around and I thought I was going to have to struggle to create my own belt and everything like that, but it seems like I'm not the only person who's thought of an NXT mid-card championship. It seems to be, if you go into the community creations and look under the championship belts, there is a lot of mid-card championships for NXT. There's a television championship, there's the NXT United States Championship, there's loads that people have created, so we will be grabbing one of those, and that's really going to help us. With our universe mode. Again, with NXT, by having a mid-card championship, it means we can have more people involved. Great teamwork there. You see Cesaro throwing Jason Jordan against that rope, and Tyson Kidd just pulled that top rope down. See Tyson just staring Jason Jordan down. Jordan tried to grab at Tyson, and Tyson just kicks Jordan away. Now Cesaro makes his way to the outside as well, looking to add insult to injury on the outside, throwing Jordan straight into the barricade. And this is the second tag team match I've done now in this random match series. The first one was, of course, the Ascension versus Beer Money. James Storm and Bobby Roode. I uploaded that yesterday, and it was a good match. The only thing I would say is that the tag team partners just really didn't get involved as much as I would expect them to in the match. I don't know if I'm just getting too used to 2K15, but if there was a chance, if there was a pinfall, for example, then both partners would come in. One would try and break the pin, the other one would try and defend it. That doesn't seem to happen as often in this match, in this game, which is probably more realistic. People don't come in every single time, but for example, at one point yesterday, I think James Storm actually hit the last call super kick on Connor, I think it was. So he hit his finisher maneuver and went for the pin, and when he went for the pin, neither Victor or Bobby Roode came into the ring. So it was a bit odd. It was a bit odd, but hopefully that was just a one-off, and we're going to get a much better match here. It looks like we are at the moment. Chad Gable in control here of Cesaro, and I quite like this Gable core. It looks pretty good. His face is spot on, and his moveset's quite good as well. And I don't know what it is, but they seem to have managed to get his personality in there as well. I know it's probably through his moveset, because he is very much like this sort of type of wrestler you see with his headlock and just putting the elbows into the forehead of Cesaro. This is the sort of thing he does like to do in real life, so it does really suit him. And again, Jason Jordan's a very good core as well. And we could see these two teams fighting out for the NXT Tag Team Championship very soon. As I said, I'm going to start uploading some of those tournaments tonight, hopefully. I just want to get a few more of these random matches recorded so I can have a full list of these going on for you this evening. I uploaded a few yesterday, so I'm going to have quite a few more going on for you now. I've got 5 uploading at the moment. I've got 1 that's already recorded, and now another one here which I'm recording for you guys. So we'll probably do another 3 or 4 of these when I get my until I get my downloads back. When I get my 20 downloads back, I'll go my downloads, and then hopefully I'll be able to start running some competitions. This kid now, what's he got planned here? Looks like he's going to go for some sort of suplex, but Jason Jordan with a couple of punches to the gut takes control, and Tyson Kidd, it looked like Jordan was going to try and bring Gable in for a bit of tag team action there, but Tyson Kidd with that big boot to the face. And I quite like the idea of having Tyson Kidd down here in NXT as a main eventer. We saw him in one of the very first NXT takeovers in part of that Fatal 4-Way match, and that was an absolutely incredible match. So I'm hoping that we can try to recreate stuff like that here in our NXT Universe mode. As Tyson Kidd makes his way up onto the top rope. What's he got planned here? Now I've noticed this as well. I think this might be something that 2K might need to have a look at, but people seem to go up to the top rope and they tend to stand there for quite a long time, and I'm sure that's one of the little tiny bugs that 2K will clean off quite quickly. It's not a major problem, like I say, but I think we had a match of Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio, and Eddie Guerrero must have been up there for about sort of 5-10 seconds before he decided to finally go for his frog splash. Jordan now throwing Tyson into his and Gable's corner, and again Tyson managing to reverse and taking Gable up to the top rope, and there's a big right hand. And what's Tyson got planned here? He's not gonna... Oh, superplex to the outside. A superplex to the outside by Tyson Kidd on Jason Jordan, and that's another one of the new OMG moments that I've not seen as yet. Damage, a lot of damage being done to Jason Jordan there. Spinning neckbreaker on the outside as well by Tyson Kidd. And the referee is counting, but Tyson's doing more and more damage to Jordan. But Jordan, with that quick reversal, he must be feeling the pain now in his back. That superplex from the top rope was insane. German suplex by Jordan, and he seems to be rebuilding some more momentum now. Jordan, he brings in Gable as Tyson Kidd slowly making his way back into the ring. Slides back in. Gable stood there waiting for him there, but Tyson was quicker. Takes Gable up, but no, Gable fights back with that knee to the face while up in this suplex position. Great dragon screw there by Chad Gable, who slowly moonwalks across the ring. Now in for a pin. 2. It's only a 2 count. Gable again locking in that head scissors. Good way for him to regain a little bit of energy. Oh, and Tyson Kidd does make the tag. Gable tried to stop it, but Cesaro now in the ring, and Gable just catches Cesaro straight away. Went for a butterfly suplex, but Cesaro fantastically slides out. And now locking in this armbar on Chad Gable. Gable back up to his feet now, but Cesaro has him. Big uppercut by Cesaro. Sends Gable into the corner. Gable fights back with the elbow. Cesaro has a hold of Gable on that front chance, where Gable reverses into a Russian leg sweep. Like I said, I see Jason Jordan and Chad Gable, and I see both these teams actually in the universe mode as people that can go singles, as well as Gable with a dragon suplex. Only a 2 count. And like I say, that's the sort of situation where I would expect both partners to make their way into the ring, but they didn't. So I'm not quite sure if that's the way that 2K have set the game up, or whether there is a slight sort of bug. But in my eyes, I think that they should have been coming into the ring to try and break that pin. Some uppercuts here by Cesaro. Cesaro got planned here. Using the ropes to his advantage to get some more elevation, dropping that knee. Cesaro bringing Gable back to his feet and launches him up in the air and catches him in that uppercut. Pin 1, 2. And Kidd took Jason Jordan out on the far side, but he didn't need to, because Gable managed to kick out from that very European uppercut. All hell has descended here. Gable though managed to roll through the German suplex. Tyson Kidd hasn't noticed, he's on the outside taking Jordan out. And as Tyson Kidd noticed, I think Natalya actually pulled the referee out of the ring as well. That's a shame, because I've been hoping to see that animation, and I think we just missed it. Cesaro with a pin now. Referee slides back in the ring, but that was a rope break. Like I say, yeah, I think Gable had Cesaro pinned, and Natalya actually pulled the referee out of the ring. And Gable could pick up a huge victory here. A victory here for Jason Jordan and Chad Gable would be a huge surprise over the team of Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. Of course, Cesaro is going to be one of the top guys in NXT, as is Tyson Kidd as well. So this is going to be an incredibly difficult team to beat. But the one thing I don't want to do is the same thing that happened in 2K15 in the retro roster. And there you see Chad Gable went to the top rope, and Tyson Kidd just knocked him down. Poor ring awareness there by Chad Gable. Yeah, I had the issue last year in the retro roster where we had the Ultimate Warrior and Sting as a tag team, and they were such a good tag team that they held the tag team championships for the entire length of the universe mode. Lost them on the very, very last pay-per-view. But because of that, because they were stuck in the tag team division, we couldn't really use them in many feuds or in the championship, the world championship pictures. They were always stuck with the tag team title. So I don't want that to happen again here in this universe mode. But there are a lot of very, very capable tag teams, and Cesaro and Kidd working together. Kidd holding Jordan up, and Cesaro comes across with that big clothesline. Kidd with a pin. Gable in, and Gable breaks the pin. Cesaro was there as well. Now Cesaro sending Gable over the top rope to the outside. Follows him out there. Referee's lost control of this one now. Jordan catches Tyson Kidd with the boot to the face, and Gable taking control of Cesaro on the outside as well. Jordan locking Tyson Kidd into the Tree of Woe. On a big backstabber off the top rope. Jordan in with a pin. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. Tyson Kidd kicked out. Gable got a hold of Cesaro and caught him with that dragon suplex. Jordan with a reverse Bloody Sunday. Another belly to belly, and Jason Jordan is destroying Tyson Kidd here. In for the pin. Again goes Jason Jordan, but Cesaro still in the ring. Referee needs to try and regain some control of this match now, and he does, as Cesaro and Chad Gable make their way outside the ring, but I don't think they're going where they should be. Jordan reversing that suplex from Tyson Kidd. I'll tell you what, Tyson Kidd versus Jason Jordan in a singles match is looking like a very good match here. These two guys are really having a good show of it inside the ring. Jason Jordan now with that slam on Tyson Kidd. Jordan, you see, suffering. As is Tyson struggling to make his way back up to his feet. Jordan with that huge uppercut. Comes across. It looks like he's going to bring in Chad Gable. He does. As Tyson Kidd slowly using the ropes to get back up to his feet, but Gable's there straight away with a clubbing blow to the back, now throwing Tyson into the corner, but Tyson fights back with the elbow. Tyson pulling Gable into the middle of the ring. What's he got planned here? There's that twisting neck breaker. We've seen him use it once on the outside already. Oh, great move there by Cesaro. Jordan came in to try and break it up, but Cesaro caught him in the German suplex, but Gable managed to kick out anyway. I'm starting to think that our tag team tournament here at NXT is going to be incredibly long. Raked to the eyes by Chad Gable. Spins Tyson Kidd round. Dragon suplex with the bridge and the pin. Is Cesaro going to get there in time? He doesn't. Cesaro could not make it back in the ring in time. He was out of position, still fighting with Jason Jordan on the outside, and Chad Gable and Jason Jordan pick up the victory here over Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. It's a surprise to the honest truth, because I really expected Kidd and Cesaro to win this one. And I'll tell you what, it's probably the best tag team match I've done so far. I know I've only done two, so it's not exactly a massive compliment, but don't get me wrong, but it was a very good match. And I'll tell you what, Jason Jordan versus Tyson Kidd is a match that I think I want to see actually take place in a singles competition in our universe mode. But you know what, I think this could be a great tag team feud as well. As you see here, this is the superplex by Tyson Kidd to the outside on Jason Jordan. Natty loved that one, but the damage could have been done to Tyson Kidd there as well. It's a very dangerous move to try and do. We just see the German suplex and Gable rolling through. See, Tyson Kidd wasn't really paying attention, didn't see it happening. And that was the point where the referee was actually pulled outside the ring as well. See Kidd there going for a belly to belly, and Gable caught him. And as you see, Cesaro out of position, was still trying to take Jason Jordan out of the equation. And Chad Gable hit that dragon suplex out of nowhere, bridged it in for the pin. And Gable and Jordan pick up the big victory here. What a great victory this has been, and it just shows how good our NXT tag team roster is going to be in our universe mode as well. Anyway guys, that is the end of this match. I hope you've all enjoyed it. If you have, then please slap that like button, and also hit that like button for these two cores as well. Gable and Jordan, absolutely fantastic cores, and I'm really looking forward to using them in the universe mode. If you're not already, then of course subscribe as well, because we'll be uploading 2K16 footage daily now until well after Christmas. We'll be hitting up the universe mode next weekend, hopefully. I've been Shabby Gamer. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.